Hello, everybody. It's Randy here. I've got Mark from the Forge. Look, I know it's been a while. We haven't chatted with you guys. I've been on vacation for 3 weeks and been home a week, and I haven't streamed yet. And I know Mark is chomping at the bit here to tell you guys what's going on with the Forge. Uh, Mark, thanks for coming. How's the weather? How's life in beautiful Southeast Asia?
The weather, well, it's fantastic. Although it's just going to rain a little bit, but it's very beautiful here, right? Usually have an hour of rain, and then it's a whole day of beautiful
I
sun.
wish we were only getting an hour of rain right now, but it's rainy season in Panama, and we're getting beat up every single day. It's like flooding, mosquitoes, mold. It's that time of year.
Yeah, it'll come to us in a few months, but for now it's beautiful. Just a little bit of rain and then a lot of sun. And it's nice because it's off season, so there's not a lot of people here. You basically have the whole island to yourself, so it's really nice.
Yeah, I like the off season, but the only thing is that it's very unpredictable because of the rain and things like that. But we are speaking about. I've got my No Permissions conference coming up in January, 2025. So if you're willing to come this way, it'd be cool to come have you as a speaker. And we're doing it here in Panama, so it's the best time of the year. It's when it's dry, no rain.
That would be amazing. I'd love to come, and my wife would be super excited. So I'll definitely put that into the notes.
Yeah, it'd be a small event, probably about 150 people, but like really intense, a couple days with partying and doing like we did in Malta. So I'll just give everybody a quick recap of what went down. So there was about between 20 and 25 of us as people were coming and going over a course of 10 days in Malta. And it was all pulse chainers. Everyone had projects of their own, and we were discussing ways to make pulse chain better and possible new projects to bring to pulse chain and what we can do. And obviously talked about the Forge. Vets was theirs. He's another NFT holder in the Forge. And we were discussing how things could get better and when it will get better. Because so far, since the last time we talked, percentage-wise, I'm quite a bit poorer as far as percentages. If you just look at the paper value, but that's okay. I'm not worried one bit about the paper value because I know what's coming over in the next 6 to 12 months here in crypto. But there is some big news that you want to talk about, and we've been waiting for this for a while. Could you give us an update about the NFTs that we all sacrificed our hard-earned pulse chain for?
Well, the update is that we mentioned it, I think, in our chat a couple of weeks ago. So we're delivering the NFTs on Friday, the 21st.
Beautiful.
Yes. So final testing going on right now, and then we will send it out. So yeah, that's short but sweet. But the NFTs are coming very soon.
Listen, I bought like 120 of them. Is there any chance that there's some are higher level or more valuable than others, or it's just based on subjectivity?
No, so because they're completely utility NFTs, we didn't want to basically take the value away from that. So especially in relation to the Forge itself, they're all going to have the same. Initially, they're all going to have the same worth, but after that, the longer you hold the NFT, the stronger its voting power is going to get.
Okay.
So because we don't want someone to come in the future and just buy up, a ton and then able to corrupt the system, basically.
Wow. So they have like a maturity built into them. And is that based on how long it's been held in one specific wallet, that type of thing?
Yes, exactly. So the longer it's been held in one wallet, the higher its voting power will be.
Okay. All right. Do you recommend that I break up my NFTs into multiple different wallets? Does that make any sense?
No, actually not. Because I'm going to show you guys in a second the community feature that we've recently launched, and that's going to become a way, way bigger thing in the future. And you'll be able to connect your wallet, and the amount of NFTs you hold in your wallet will give you a higher community standing. So if you break that up, then that's worse, basically. So
okay, all right, I won't touch them then.
Maybe I'll let me show the community tab and also
Sure.
the talent board that we launched recently, and then I can explain a little bit how this will work, and also can both talk a little bit about future features that we can implement with this as well.
Okay. Hit me. Just it'll show up in the bottom here for me, and I'll just share it.
Coming up. Right, I'm on the website. Can you see? Just let me know if you can see.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So what we had already last time was here this project list of projects, right? And we've been working a lot with Bet on Pulse and also with some of the other guys who are signing up here. And one of the biggest problems is that it's very hard for them to find devs, basically, or other liquidity managers and things like that. And it was Proof of No Work actually came up with the idea that we need a talent board where projects can find people to work with. So we've put that here into our community tab. So here you can see the people that signed up so far, and you can see people actually get ranked here by the experience points.
Wow, Roger's really rocking with that XP.
He is, yeah. He's provided a lot of great feedback. And to get XP, you can either post a review. You need to be verified to get XP when you write the review or suggestion. But if people upvote your content, then you get a lot of XP, whether you're verified or not. Verification for now is done manually with people we know. But once we have the NFTs and the ability to connect them to your profile, you'll be able to get verified. Depending on how many NFTs you have. I think you'll need a minimum of 2 NFTs to get verified. But we still need to decide on the final numbers there, because those verify to get this badge, we need to be able to slash you if you misbehave. So the NFTs that you need to lock up to be verified will be subject to slashing if you do something bad. Right?
Okay. And Morehex says, I reviewed a project. Do I earn points for that? As far as I'm understanding, you only earn points when people upvote your responses, right?
Yes. However, as I said, once the NFTs are out and we can connect them to your profile, then you will earn points just for reviewing a project already. Okay. So you can go up here to your XPs, and then you can see, okay, I got 5 points for creating a post because I'm verified. I got 5 points for giving a super upvote. So you see here these super upvotes. Mm-hmm. They're very important. They're a core feature of both Curator and the Forge. So the more NFTs you have connected to your platform, the more super upvotes you will get. And when you give them out, you're contributing to the community. And that's why we incentivize you to actually give them out. So you get lots of points when you receive a super upvote, but you also get some points when you give them out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, so that's already in there. So anyone can come in. You can see here the feed, and then you can see the latest reviews that have come out. One thing that we've also launched is this suggestion feature. So originally we only had reviews. But then we realized, hey, sometimes you don't want to say that the project is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. You just want to say, hey, why don't you do this or why don't you do that? So the suggestion is something you can write without having to rate, and you can write multiple suggestions, and then people can upvote your suggestions. And here comes a really cool thing that projects can offer a bounty for the most upvoted suggestions. So they can incentivize their community to basically work with them, to give them great ideas of what they can do with their projects. And that's something we couldn't really do with reviews, and we can now do with suggestions.
Look at Morehex. This is what I want to see. Reviewing projects, my new part-time job. Yeah, exactly.
That is the point. It is in crypto. You have these Telegram messages that are just flooded with things, and sometimes in the middle of that there might be a good message or something, but it just fades away. And the same in Twitter as well. So here, if people have really valuable things they can contribute to projects, they can potentially stick there for a long time and be much more impactful, right? just a little technical thing on the review versus suggestions. Suggestions is kind of in the project's hands. They can say, I'll give you so many tokens. Let's say, you know, I'll give a couple $1,000 worth of tokens to the best suggestions that come up. Okay. And that is very different from the reviews. They can't do that for reviews. Otherwise, it would almost be like bribing the reviewers to give 5-star reviews, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but we still got to be careful with suggestions. You might want to limit suggestions, so that can't be used to abuse either.
How would that be? Just
so if someone came in,
I'm going to switch back to you so I can see you. I'll go back to the thing.
So imagine somebody comes in and they just in one project they got like 15 suggestions, and the project is rewarding them for their suggestions. That can incentivize action on their post or on their project. People are going to see a lot more action on their project, and maybe that's going to grab more eyeballs and maybe a little bit unfair because there's going to be a lot more talk on their project.
So I actually have to check if we already implemented. So we haven't implemented the report feature yet. We have that on Curator. We'll take that over, but we have to adjust certain things. But while I think in theory it's possible what you're saying, the thing is what should be much more influential than volume is the super upvotes. So 20 suggestions with no super upvotes are useless, you know, and you have 150 NFTs, you will have, I don't know the exact number yet, but you will have dozens of super upvotes that you can give out. So people like you are the ones who have very big influence to say, hey, this is really awesome stuff. No, the project actually doesn't have that influence. They can just put the money. But unless they buy lots of NFTs, they can't go super upvote stuff. And if they buy a lot of NFTs, so you don't just get the super upvotes for having the NFT. You need to lock them up. So per certain number of NFTs, you'll get a certain number of super upvotes that you locked up. But those are then subject to slashing. So if people come and report a lot of posts and suggestions that you've super uploaded, you could get slashed, right?
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So there is a lot of
gamification going on.
Yes, well, and how you call it, distribution of power, separation of power. Right.
Love
so
it.
You really need to get like a whole bunch of people to all do this together.
Fair enough. Because people are just inherently corrupt. It's just, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, right? But people, they can't help themselves. My buddy.
It's true. They're trying to gain
a nice suggestion. I'm going to throw him a bunch of tokens just because he's my buddy, right? Yes, that's just how it is. I mean, I live in Latin America where everything is corrupt.
Well, I'm in Thailand. It's not much better, you know. But
not much better.
Yeah. But having said that, they still produce a lot of good things. They find a way to live with each other very calmly, right?
Exactly.
So being corrupt is not the only attribute they have, right? So
same thing here, right? We don't even have a military in Panama. It's just like, look, if we get slashed, we get to build ourselves back up. Yep, you sure do. You got to build up.
Yeah, well, slashed. So there's a big thing. So let me go back to the screen.
Okay.
So it's a mix of things, right? So if you go up here, if you get slashed, so you have this community rating basically, and these XPs will eventually be replaced by just a general leader score. And the XPs will be half of it. That's your contributions to the platform. And the other part of it will be the amount of NFTs you own and have locked up, or tokens that you own that you lock up. So all of those things compound together to your overall score. If you do things where you get slashed, you basically cannot get these tokens or NFTs back unless you buy them back or you earn them back through work. Right, but XP, of course, once you lose them with very good activities and stuff like that, you can earn it back. But I'm saying slashed tokens and NFTs, they don't go in some kind of holding pocket that you will get back if you behave well. They usually will get given to the people who have reported your behavior and to the people who vote on that behavior being an issue or not. Does that make sense?
Yep. Fair enough.
Yeah, so that's that. I think this is just going to be really exciting because through the suggestion feature, we also realized this doesn't have to be just for new tokens that want to fundraise. We can also do that for existing tokens. Any token can come in here, sign up, and then offer bounties for people to start giving them suggestions and then giving them out these bonuses. So it's going to be a much more structured way to get the community to support projects and be rewarded for that.
Yeah, I see right there you have SoundX, and SoundX is one of my teams from my No Permissions group, and their token's already live, but they want to build a project around their token. So
we should sign them up here as here. This is just their community. This is basically their personal profile, right? Okay. So they don't have a project yet. We should talk to them to sign up and then offer some kind of bounty. I don't know if they have tokens available to give out.
Yep.
But if they have some, they can offer that. And
they actually gave me almost all the tokens.
Oh, I'm talking to the right person.
Yeah, they said, Randy, here, take the tokens. We don't want anybody thinking that we're playing a game or anything. So I said, okay, just
okay,
we'll take care of it. They're sitting in my Nope token wallet and just sitting there collecting dust. So when the time is right, we'll utilize them.
Well, I mean, if you like, we can sign up the project here, and then you can offer some kind of rewards, and then we'll get the community to write a lot of suggestions, on what kind of utility would make sense. We can talk about it after the stream if you like.
Sure. Well, I'll actually bring them, and I want to make sure I know what they want. But
that would be great. Yeah, it would be fantastic.
I sat in we were in Sevilla, Spain, and they both live in Portugal. They drove 5 hours to see us in Spain, and we talked a little bit about the project. But I definitely told them that they need to come to Forge and build it out here for sure.
Fantastic. So I think it's going to become more and more not just a hub for pre-launch projects, but just for all projects in generally to come here, and then it will really start paying to earn your experience points and work your way up here. Because of course for the projects, then it's much more trustworthy and influential whatever you say if you earned a lot of experience points.
Okay, perfect.
So let's quickly go here to the talent board. So yeah, that's very simple. We just launched this about maybe a week and a half ago. So now we're going out and trying to get lots of people on board. This is basically you can if you're a dev, if you're a marketer, if you are an influencer, whatever you are, you can basically go in here and add tag to what you're. Let me go in here and show you. You create your profile, and then you go to your settings over here, edit, and then down here you can enable this talent, open for work, boom, and then you can select any job types that you are available for. Write a cool little job title here, like Code Ninja or Meme Lord or something like that. And then I suggest that you can write your bio here as long as you like. We don't have it yet, but eventually we'll have attachments here as well, where you can put your CV, portfolio, all these kind of things. So you can do that, and boom, then you're in the system. And then any project looking for talent can come in here. They can sort for what they need, and then they can start contacting these people. So here as well, the XP and the community ranking will play a huge part. So we've been talking to PulseBets a lot because they're looking to launch soon. And they have a big issue with finding the right devs because they're very scared that the dev might put some backdoors and hack their project, right?
Okay.
So that's a massive problem.
I need to reach out to them. I have a great dev for them.
Okay. Yeah, reach out to them. They have been working with quite a few right now. They're doing their best. But yeah, so that's the idea. If they come in here, on the one hand, they can lock up NFTs, right, to show their trustworthiness, again, which can be slashed if they misbehave in any way. But especially over time, by providing feedback to the community, earning experience points, they can work up their standing and be much more trustworthy.
Beautiful.
So this should really solve a lot of problems. Also, with KOLs, it's very difficult to know who is effective, who is not, who is hurting the community, who is not. So that will be very helpful there as well, and for all these types.
I don't even know what KOL is. What is KOL?
You are a KOL, a key opinion leader, is an influencer.
Okay. All right. Never heard the term before. Good acronym.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, maybe we need to change it. Just influencer, but it's quite common, I think. Yeah, so this is a really big thing. All of these things, I think, will just play into each other to be this very effective community hub where people can come and find projects through trusted sources, through people leaving reviews, where they can find great projects to invest in or to support or to join or to work for. Everything is just built around this trust that we can build up by owning and locking NFTs, by owning and locking tokens, by building up a track record of community contribution.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, of what we've built so far. So the next big step is releasing the NFTs and then building the NFT functionalities into all these things that I've mentioned here. Let me jump back over here.
I still think this will really start to gain momentum once one or two projects gets going and they launch and they do a solid run out the gate. That's going to be the defining moment.
That's the plan. Yes. No. And yeah. So, and all of these things take time, right? That we're working with few projects together now in the background, and it's a lot back and forth. So it's building the platform itself, adding these functionalities, working with the first projects to go through. And once all of this creeps up and then we start having the first successful projects, then I agree. I think there's going to be a big flush, not just in Pulchain. We have to remember that this platform hasn't been built anywhere, right? Yeah. So I think we are going to, the closest that I can think of is Fjord Foundry. I don't know if you've heard of them.
No.
They're huge. It's one of the top. It's not really a launch pad. It's a what's it called?
Incubator.
A liquidity bootstrapping tool.
Okay.
So I don't know how it works exactly. I think it's, instead of doing a pre-sale or anything like that, you don't have a defined price. You put your tokens into a pool, and then people can come in and buy, and it automatically finds that price. And those guys have raised over $1 billion in the last few months. I mean, they're fairly new.
What platform what blockchain are they utilizing? Is it Solana?
I think they're multi-chain.
Okay.
I think they're multi-chain, and they do very serious projects. One of our new partners, CoinWeb, it's partnering with Curator. And they just launched a very big kind of RWA project through that. They're called Libertum. They just raised $2 million, I think, there. But my point is, you have Pink Sale, which is just meme coins day in, day out. You know Pink Sale, right? It's just lots and lots and lots of meme coins. But Fjord Foundry has very serious multi-year projects launching there and multi-million-dollar raises.
I would love to see Forge be like in the middle. You've got the quick plays, and then you also have the long term, and I think that'll be like the sweet spot that I've never seen before.
Yes, I mean, in my mind, it was always for all,
right.
For all the But I think the bigger it gets, the more you get into this. How you call it, legal issues, right? The compliance stuff, right? So if a RWA project, another partner that we have with Curator is Bricken. I don't know if you heard of them, but they're coming up pretty fast. It's a security token platform. So all the projects on there are legally compliant security tokens.
Wow.
Yeah. But of course, I think that therefore also the platform needs to comply. So I think you need to do quite a bit of KYC to invest and all of
Be
these
a lot of lawyers involved and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but of course, if you do a real world asset project where you might, buy and sell land and things like that, then that maybe makes more sense, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So I think the more money is involved. But anyway, so I think the point about the Forge is this community feedback, this community incubation, all of these things, and I think all projects can benefit from that.
I foresee, okay, so for meme coins, I see that Crypto Compassion's in the chat, and he's getting ready with me to launch another meme coin for the Pulse Chain community. Now, it'd be really cool if there was a feature where we could launch the meme coins through the Forge, and the liquidity is locked through the Forge, and giving extra clout using the Forge's name to say, like, look, this community here that is very well known has launched 10, 15, I'm saying for future reference, like 10, 15 really quality projects, is now backing this new community token and locking up, $150,000 or $200,000 worth of liquidity for, 12 months or something like that. Though that could be another thing, another niche that I think that the Forge can grab a hold of. And
so this is actually in our light paper. The idea is to eventually raise funds through a smart contract, and that you could code into that basically the DEX that the funds are going to be deployed to.
Okay.
And those funds would actually never get into the hands of the project.
Okay.
So but of course, and that's what we need to talk to the various DEXs for to build that partnership. But the smart contract functionalities, they will take quite a lot of time to build, because when we're holding that much money in contracts, you really need to make sure that they are safe and multiple times audited.
Multi-sig, yeah. We don't want to do like Gavin did and lose billions of dollars in 2017.
Yeah. What was $130 million? I think
something. I'll tell the story to you. I had just finished raising 12 million for a project. This was in 2017. They were a team out of Estonia, and I can't remember the name. We just finished. They had every single penny in that multi-sig wallet, and the wallet went down, could never be accessed again, and it was just a catastrophe.
Dang. Dang.
Yeah, it was bad.
A coding error, right? It's not even that anyone stole it. It's just locked forever. I mean,
the project was dead in the water. I lost my investment. Everybody lost their investments. Yeah. Gavin lost a lot of money. He was the founder of the multi-sig wallet.
That's insane.
Yeah. Gavin's still around. He's the guy. He's one of the big Ethereum Foundation guys.
Yeah. But I mean, you're talking about Gavin Wood, right? For the Polkadot. Yeah. But you're talking about the instance where they actually lost $130 million from the Polkadot.
No, it's before Polkadot.
So he did that twice.
Twice. So the coding error in their multi-sig wallet, and
that's insane.
None of us could access their funds. Yeah.
Wow. No, because he lost 130 million with the Polkadot raise, right?
I don't remember that one. Thank you, Gavin. You're the gift.
Yeah, they raised 150 in their ICO, and then 120 got lost through a coding error, got locked. So they ran Polkadot with their 35 million left instead of the 150 million that they raised.
And so I did not know that. So that's 2 strikes against Gavin.
Yeah, he would have an issue in our community standing, rated on the board.
So people forgive him all the time because he's a Bitcoin OG, right? He's an old school guy, and he's done so well in Bitcoin and Ethereum that they let him get a pass. But that's a lot of money to lose. Seriously.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Wow. Well, I forgot where we. Oh yeah. So I think on the Forge we will initially start doing things just with custodian wallets, because projects obviously don't want to. People don't want to, sacrifice or invest or whatever it is to new projects, and that will be one of the issues in Pulse Chain is that it's very difficult for an outsider to come in and have any trust or build any trust. Right?
Takes time.
It takes a lot of time. So that's something we want to overcome by, not needing them to trust, right? So eventually that will be the smart contracts, but I think for now, custodian wallets will make sense.
Okay. All right. Sounds fair to me.
We'll make you the custodian of everything, since you already are.
We'll figure it out. Jeez. All right. Well, I'm excited for this. We got NFTs coming on Friday. I can't wait to see what they look like because the art.
They look amazing. I mean, we've gone through so many. So we made maybe a mistake in the beginning that we had too many traits, and we wanted 5,555, but there was actually 130 million possible combinations because we added a cool hand and all these different logos and all of these things. So it actually took a lot of time to just go through which combinations don't make sense. And we put a lot of time into it to make sure every NFT looks really, really, really good.
That's awesome.
So I'm very excited to send them out. And I think everyone will love their NFTs.
Great. Okay. Well, I think that's about all we've got. We wanted to give everyone a heads up what's going on. Is there any other updates you want to talk about before we end?
No, I think that's good. Just remind people, it's your last, chance before the NFT drop to come to our website, get your NFTs. We're up to, we just sold out I'll show guys quickly.
Yeah,
we just sold out the sixth tranche.
So we're at 150 now.
No, we're at 170 now.
Woohoo! Look at you.
Well, actually, we got a new number one. Really? I don't know who it is, but someone supported us very well. Every few days, something came in. So here we go. We sold out tranche 6. Nice. We're now at 170. You can check out here the tracker. 225K. So thanks a lot, especially to your community. I think it's been one of the most supportive one. And we have a new person here.
Wow.
So thank you to that person. Hopefully if they're watching, that's amazing and helps a lot to build everything. But we've got some very big supporters now. It's amazing.
Awesome.
If people want to, come here and get your last few NFTs before we airdrop them. I will need to send another update later, but only after we airdrop the NFTs. It's not sure if actually the later NFTs will get the same tokens later as the ones that bought it now, especially once we launch. We've talked about this a little bit before the stream, right? We might launch a separate Forge token as well. And of course, once the token is out, then the NFTs will not get the same access anymore. So there will be a bit of a hierarchy amongst the NFTs pre-release and the NFTs that come out after that. But there will definitely, also we have now a dedicated Forge Telegram group. So go to the Forge website, go to that Telegram link there. And that's where you get all the updates, because we're slowly separating Curator and Forge from each other, so we can be much more targeted. And all the updates you'll get in there when the NFTs launch. If you have any issues, you can ask questions there. Their utility, all of those different things.
Okay, all right. And Rich is saying I have 4, I think. So the airdrop is soon. Yeah, you're receiving the NFTs on Friday. So
yes,
that's what
exactly.
The is.
Exactly. Friday, 21st.
As most spiders saying, I think we get more if we sign up with a referral link. Get more what?
No, there's no referral system in place.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to getting to work and helping build this thing out. And
awesome. Thanks so much.
Doing our bi-weekly streams or whatever we have to get out there. And I'm really looking forward to see what Pulse Bets does. these guys.
Me too. I mean, it's very exciting. Obviously, there's issues to solve along the way, but I think they're very excited. And just for me personally, I've been in crypto full time now for a few years, and we've seen so many projects through Curator. We've reviewed over 1,000 projects. Oh, sorry, it's actually calling me right now. So I'm gonna hang him up quickly. Let me see. and call him back after this.
That is funny. Ears are ringing.
Maybe he's watching and saying, "Hey." Maybe he has something to say. Well, he's not messaging, so I think he's maybe not watching. But we've reviewed so many projects, and really the understanding I personally have of what makes a good project has evolved in so many ways. I think what people think people have this idea of crypto that I create some tokens, I sell them. I make a lot of money like that. I might invest them into something to build a product. They think about it much more like shares.
Yeah,
it's the natural way of thinking about it. But they're not shares. they should not be looked at that. They are a community building tool. They are a way to get people excited and interested in new idea. It's a new thing, right? So fair launches did much better in the last year than anything else that we've seen. There's a lot of very new creative ways of creating successful tokens, making money with them in ways that are not pump and dumps. So getting to apply these things with a clean slate with projects like these is really, really exciting. And I think we can build lots of great projects and tokens coming out from that. So I'm very excited about that.
I am too. We need it. And I do believe that July is the moment when maybe the end, when the ETFs start going live for Ethereum, that a lot of attention starts being brought to the layer ones with smart contracts, whether it be Pulse Chain or Avalanche, whatever it is. There'll be a lot of attention brought to us at that time. Getting exciting.
Well, I saw one guy message that in the previous 2-3 bull runs, the peak altcoin season was 550 days after the halving. So,
wild away.
we're very early to this. So I think a lot of and that's also important for the Forge, right? So we're putting all these things in place to really be there when this all heats up and is really in its prime. That's when we want to be there and be experienced in launching tokens, that this community feedback runs smoothly and really supports projects. So I think we're gearing up for a very exciting time.
Yeah, I'll just I want to reiterate that 2017 was probably my biggest year financially in crypto, because I was on the team of so many projects. And here is the same kind of situation where you could be on the team of many projects if you have good skills, and you can really help the teams get some, whether it be social media or marketing or whatever you're doing, to get the word out there. So you don't have to be a dev. I think that's the key thing here.
I forgot what the name was of the guy who commented, but yeah, I think this can be your part-time, full-time job, that you just go there and you write really good suggestions to everyone. I mean, maybe you're a tokenomics expert. We had Crypto Rookies on here last time. Mm-hmm. He's one of our OG analysts on Curator. He is a top tokenomics writer on Medium. So for that topic, he has one of the most traffic on the whole platform. And he goes out and writes a lot to all the projects about their tokenomics. And it's so crazy how when we meet projects and they sometimes do AMAs and all these things, that they're clueless about tokenomics, like the most basic things. Like sometimes they put 30% team allocation, and then you tell them, hey, you're crazy. It's insane, And they're like, oh, we didn't know. Thanks for telling us, And then they adjust it to what makes it, like very basic things. Never mind like complicated vesting schedules and utility and building it into your operations, all that stuff. I mean, you really need experts who do this a lot. And projects often don't have any of that. They might be experts in a completely. There might be Web 2 developers, right, coming in trying to bring Web 2 ideas over.
That
So
sounds like 2014 all over again.
But that's what it is, you know. It's very, very, very few projects who get good tokenomic scores from our analysts. A tiny percentage.
It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. And now with what we do, it's all about LP, right? It's liquidity providing easier token economics for a lot of these tokens.
Exactly.
And that's a whole other skill set.
Yes. You need a big team of people to support you. And if we can do this decentralized, you don't need to, you know how it is to hire people. It's extremely difficult, right? Yeah. Even in normal, in the normal industry, right? It's extremely difficult to do that. So if you can, instead of having to hire one person at a time, you can have a community of hundreds of people throwing good ideas at you, and the community even sorts them and upvotes them and verifies them and put stake behind their ideas. And that's what you do when you super upvote, where you have your NFT, where you have your token, you get your super upvotes, and you put that stake behind an idea. Because if that is a malicious idea, you can get slashed if it's problematic in some way. So it just puts a lot more weight, and it's a completely new dimension of how you can support projects and run projects in a decentralized way with a very big crowd.
Dang, that's a big clip. That you did. That was a nice little final statement there, sir.
Well, you know, it takes a lot of time building these things, but we've been coming, because a lot of the features that we already built with Curator in over time, right? And now we're applying this to this incubation mechanism. So I get extremely excited. It might take, I don't know how much longer it will take. We'll be able to launch the first projects, but until this full decentralized incubation mechanism is up and pumping and running, everyone has learned how to review, how to super upvote, how to contribute, and you have hundreds, maybe thousands of people doing this. It might take half a year. It might, hopefully, you know, we'll be pumping in the height of the bull market, but then it will be something completely new. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, it'll be like changing along the way.
Yes, it will be changing, and that we've already done that. I mean, the talent board, it was proof of no works idea. I'm a very big believer in the lean startup approach, where you start, you know, you throw your ideas out early, you see how people react, you listen to what the people say is needed. It's not just me and my ideas in my head that I want to go and force out there. We want to see what works, what doesn't work, what people want to use, right? And then we build that for them. We have to test everything. Usually everything fails the first time you put it out. I mean, literally with anything.
No doubt. No
doubt. But instead of building up a project in a way where everything has to succeed, and then something fails and the whole thing crumbles, you go out with the mindset thinking, oh, this will fail, right? But it's part of improving. You need to then see what has failed, what can you fix, and you improve that. And it's a difficult process, because with Curator, with my previous businesses before that, it always feels wrong, because whatever you put out isn't fully polished yet. Everything is always breaking, and you're constantly fixing stuff. So it's a difficult process. But then after a year, you look back and you see, oh, the stuff that is actually here now works really, really well. It's battle tested. It's been fixed many times. And sometimes after a period, you have to kind of put everything off the table, and then you kind of rebuild that thing, because, you know, it's been patched together, and it's like a prototype, but it's a really well-tested prototype. And then you put that away and say, okay, now we take some time, we rebuild everything, knowing everything we know, and then you kind of level up, and then you go from there and you keep testing and doing the same thing. So it's a lean startup approach. I think most tech startups, the successful ones, have been using this approach.
Yeah.
It's difficult to run, but it's
look at me. No token. All I did was I had money and I just started it, and we've been building along the way and adding new things to it. And now instead of just a meme token, now it's a community token, and tons of liquidity out there. You know, almost they got $600 million worth of liquidity, or not 600 million. Sorry, $600,000 worth of liquidity. And just at one point in time, it was almost $1 million because the price was going up. But it's, you know, it just gets better and better as it's aged, and it's only 6 months old. It seems like forever.
Yeah, and it's a meme token, right? You start with thinking there is nothing about it, right? But already that takes so much work, and then adding all the bits to it, it's
the liquidity providing, the social media, you know, the community behind it and all that, the airdrops, all that kind of stuff. But Mark, I do have to go. I do appreciate you coming on and giving us an update for the Forge, and I look forward to looking through all my NFTs this Friday, and maybe I'll do a stream showing off my NFTs and let everyone see what they look like. But you know, I really thank you for allowing me to be part of this, and I look forward to this year and what we provide the community and what crypto is going to see, the quality that's coming out of this in 6 months.
I'm very excited. Thank you so much. You know, your support has been amazing, and your community has been amazing. I'm in contact with quite a few now, and I think you have. I was going to say you have the best community. I think you're
a great community. No permissions. So, love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I thank you so much, Randy.
Couldn't
be more grateful.
Appreciate you, sir. ForgeNFTs.com. Right
exactly.
there. Forge right underneath Mark there. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.